Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. We are going to get kicking off shortly. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes, making sure that everyone can come to the mat so we can start together. Now I'm going to have my chat on the side here, so feel free to pop any questions that you might have in there, and then I'll just reply when I can. Good. I'd love to also know, where are you streaming from? Where are you watching this from as well? So maybe pop in the chat where you're from so I can connect to you there. Alrighty, and so I'm going to get you started very shortly. Today we're going to be moving into like a core and ab sequence. So we'll spend about 15 to 20 minutes really focusing deep on our core through lots of different ranges of motion, so that we're really going to feel that core sizzle. Nice, short, sharp, but effective little workout there. And then we're going to move into a beautiful deep stretch. So we'll flow through some nice split stretches, some standing, lots of thoracic mobility is in there. We'll release off those hip flexors and glutes. They'll be well needed after this week's workouts. Just to let you know as well, make sure that you are subscribed if you would like to chat down below. Otherwise, I won't see your comments. After that, we're going to get started into our Gua Sha. So just have your Gua Sha, your face oil on the side, and then we can make a quick little transition, making sure our face is clean after our workout, and then I'll teach you how to Gua Sha your face, and it will be more of a lymphatic drainage Gua Sha style. So, how are we going? We're going to kick off very shortly. Hello Ruth, nice to see you on here. Good, all right, what do you reckon? Should we get started? All right, so as I said, we're gonna come into our core first. So I invite you to lay down onto your back. You're gonna lay all the way down, and we'll place those hands behind the back of your head. Keep your feet flat onto the floor, and we will begin. So from here, take a deep breath in through the nose. On your exhale, curl the upper body up and lifting into our first curl, scooping through the belly. And then inhale to lower the chest and head back to the mat. So exhaling, ribs slide towards your hips, and then inhale to gently lower back down. So it's not a huge lift, it's more about shortening that distance through that tummy to ribs to hips, and then we lower all the way down slowly. We want our elbows slightly forward of those, in your peripheral vision, I should say. Good. All right, couple more here, warming up through the core. Let's go for 5 more. Nice, last 3. Try not to squeeze your glutes as well, so just keep everything relaxed. We're going to hold the next one up. So go ahead, hold. Exhale as we float the legs to tabletop, one at a time, keeping the knees and feet separated. From here, toe tap, right foot down, then exhale, bring it back to tabletop. Tapping the left foot down, breathe out. Lower the head down between each one. So we're gonna exhale, curl up, 1 toe tap, and toe tap. Lower yourself back down. Nice. Are we starting to feel the heat in the core a little bit? When we do it really controlled and slow like this, it's very, very effective. Good. See if you can tap your foot a little bit further away from your bottom to challenge yourself here now. Doing great. Finishing off this one. Lower the head and crunch up. This time as we tap the right foot, I want you to twist towards the left knee. So coming into a cross oblique, and then lower the head down, and then twist towards the right knee, tapping the left foot. So just twist towards the knee that is staying lifted, and you're still continuing with that toe tap. Woo, and then we're gonna feel those obliques a little deeper here now. Good, keeping that Pilates breath, so breathing out through those pursed lips like we're blowing out through a straw. Nice. We'll do one more on each side and then option to progress. So let's go ahead and curl over. Toe tap, extend that left leg, reaching towards the foot, return back to tabletop and head comes down. Beautiful. So we curl up and kick and reach, back to tabletop and down. So if you can, we're just advancing by adding that little kick and reach. Whew. It's getting really spicy now. And reach. Beautiful work. We'll take one more on each side. Good. Last one. Well done. From here, rest the head down. Just take a little tick-tock with those knees off to the side. Beautiful. From here, let's bring those arms down beside your hips and we'll move into our little reverse curl. So hitting those lower abs here now, breathing out, we'll lift the hips up, sending the feet up and over your head, and then slowly lower the hips back down, taking one toe tap at the bottom. So breathe out, roll the hips, send them up a little higher, and then gently, gently roll yourself back down, one toe tap. If you want to progress this one, let's go with a double leg lower. So just send those legs long and low, let them hover off the floor. We still bend the knees and we shoot the hips up and over. Doing great. So getting a little bit of mobilization through the back here now, which feels nice. And then working really strong on that double leg lower. Remember, if you need to modify, you'll just come down through the hips, tapping one toe down. Good. Little tip here, if you squeeze your knees and feet together, you're going to help connect into that deep core a little more. All right, couple more to go. Can we get those hips up a little bit higher? Try and relax through the neck as we take the legs up and over. Good, let's take two more. Last one. Then hug those knees in towards your chest, holding behind the knees, curl up, breathe out. Start rocking through your spine here now as we come into our rolling like a ball. So like a tire, we're gonna roll our spine along the mat. And then eventually getting enough momentum as we find a little balance at the top, we'll extend the arms and then curl, roll, and then balance on those sit bones, reach the arms, and continue here. Good. All right, if you've got it, we're gonna extend those legs long in that balance, maybe. So maybe you can extend the legs, pause there for a second into that teaser, and then roll your spine along the mat. Good. Beautiful, guys. We've got 10 more seconds. Find your teaser if you haven't yet already, give it a go. What could possibly go wrong? You might just roll off. You're on the floor, you'll be okay. Last 5, 4, 3. Can we hold that teaser into? Give me one more challenge. Hold, either boat pose or legs are extended. And hold strong for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold on the back of those knees, roll your spine down, pull one knee in, extend one leg, and switch. Straight leg, scissor, let's go. We pull it in and in. Just gonna really build that endurance through the core here. Whew. How's that core feeling? We're gonna switch up positions very shortly. Doing so well. Good, let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in towards your chest and take a big circle out with those knees. Ooh, well done. Let's roll ourselves up. Switching positions now, heading into our plank. So I'd like for you to pop those hands right underneath your shoulders here, and then bring your knees underneath your hips. Toes are tucked under. Use an exhale breath. Lift the knees, step back into a full plank. Step back with the other foot, and then in, and lower. So abs, draw in, we hover the knees, we step back into plank, and then step the knee in, and lower. Let's alternate between the legs stepping back here now just to even it all up. Make sure every time you find your plank, you're really strong. You're gonna really push through those hands and come down. Good work. All right, I want you to think about your shoulder blades here spreading across your back. And you've got an imaginary candle here. There's a flame. You're trying to lift your chest up away from that flame. That's going to help you protract your shoulders. We're going to stay in that 4-point kneel, hover, in 5, in 4, 3, 2, hold the knees up off your mat. Let's tap one knee, and then tap one knee down with your knee to floor, knee to floor. Come back to center. So hand to knee, and tap the knee as we twist the hips. Woo, let's go, a little spicier here now. Tap, tap, twist, twist. All right, let's go for 2 more rounds of this little combo. Last one. Well done, guys. Let's take those knees wide and enjoy a well-deserved child's pose. I want you to reach those arms really long. Take a deep, nourishing breath in through the nose. Take it into your back, expand it, and then breathe out through the mouth. Alrighty, let's just come into our side plank. You know it's my favorite. I'm gonna come down on your left elbow. So we're gonna stack the knees and begin there. I'd like for your right hand behind your head. So now use your exhale as we lift the hips. Press your hips forward so your head is in line with your knees. Hold there for a second and then tap the hips all the way down. So your hips will send back, and then as you lift, your hips come forward to create that straight line. So we inhale to tap and exhale to press the hips up. Coming down. So we're going to build on this. Know that you can always come back to this variation if it feels a little bit too challenging for you. Now keep pushing strong down into that left forearm. Good. All right, let's add a little kick with that top leg. So extend the leg, lengthen, and then lower down with control. So the idea here is to pause for at least a second, create that shape, and then slowly lower yourself down. I know it's tempting to crash yourself down and get out of it, but the work is on the way down as well. Nice. Now keep pushing that bottom knee down into the floor. This is actually going to engage your glutes. So we're getting a bit of sneaky glute action in here. Nice, we've got 10 more seconds. Until we hold it up in 5. Good. All right, on the next one, hold it up. Extend your leg. From here, take your right elbow. The top arm is going to twist around to try and tap towards the mat. Whoop, and then come back up. Let me just do a little bit of this one. And all the way down and up, and then you can lower yourself down. So add your kick, side plank, and twist. And then fold at the knees. See, the glutes are coming in now. Can you feel it? 2 for 1. And we've got just 10 more seconds here. Stay strong through that left shoulder. We're out of this in 6. Go ahead, in 3, in 2, last one, and then come all the way down. Roll onto your glutes, and then stay seated with your knees bent. How are we all going? I think we need to roll through our spine now to release it all. So I'd like for your arms to be long, straight and strong, and then I want you to roll down nice and slowly, thinking about peeling in that posterior tilt as we lower each vertebrae down onto the mat, one at a time. Use your inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Lead with the arms, round your spine, and as if someone's pulling on those arms, but you want to come back the other way, we get that nice little flexion of the spine. Okay, beautiful. Now you can either stay here, or let's add in our little bow and arrow at the top. So we still roll all the way up. Just at the top here, we're gonna add a little twist, bringing one elbow back, looking at that elbow, lead with the arms to come rolling back down. So just like we did in our warm-up, we're not squeezing our glutes, we're not pushing too hard into our feet. Sit tall, grow, and twist. Roll it down. Good, really slow, mindful movement here this morning. If you do want a little bit more of a challenge, I'm going to invite you to extend your legs long. Keep them really heavy on the floor here now, because they're gonna help you to roll yourself all the way up. Still sit tall and take that bow and arrow. Whew. Roll, roll, roll. Let's go for our last one here. Take your time. And forward fold over your legs, reaching your arms up, up, and fold forward, taking a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Already time for the other side plank here now. So let's swing those legs around. You're gonna be on your right elbow. So we begin with our modified side plank. So you want your elbow right underneath your shoulder and then the top hand behind your head. Use your exhale breath, press the hips forward, create that long line, and then lower the hips down. Breathe out, breathing in. So as you lift, try and tuck your hips under a little bit, so your tailbone between your legs. Lift up and down. All right, it's time. We need to spice it up a little bit more. We'll add our kick in. Go ahead, extend that top leg long. Stay for a second, and then slowly stack the knees, lower the hips, lift up, extend, and lower. Good. A couple of focus points here. Sometimes our head wants to lead the movement. It's going to protract forward. We want to try and keep that head in line. That kind of is one way of getting out of the exercise. We're trying to run away from it, but we're trying to keep our alignment. And you just want those ribs to close at the top as well. So often we'll arch. We want to lock it in. We're going to hold the next one up here now and hold, taking your twist. Elbow down towards the floor, coming back up towards the sky, and then come out of it. Breathe out, extend, wrap as you inhale, and out. Good. Well done. Let's go for 2 more here. Last one coming up. Let's do it. Wrap it round and lower. All right, back into our plank here. We're nearly done with our core. Doing so well. So let's step into a full plank here straight away. Squeeze the glutes, push the mat away, tuck your ribs to hips, and then use your exhale breath, and we're piking those hips up towards the sky. Feel a stretch, and as you come forward into your plank, send one knee in underneath you. Let it hover off the mat. We step the foot back, pike those hips up, and then shoot those shoulders over your wrists, pulling one knee in. So really strong work here. Coming to our end, I want you to feel it. I want you to breathe every last drop out as you come into that little knee drive. Good, can we pick up the pace here now? Yes, let's do it. We'll go nice and quick. Pull it in and up, let's go. We'll feel the shoulders here now. We'll hold our plank in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your plank in 1, and then from here, run those knees in and in. It's a mountain climber. Let's go. In, in, in. Run as fast as you can, pushing the mat away. Drive those knees in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. And take a quick little child's pose here. Resetting breath. All right, our lucky last exercise. We need to finish it off with our crisscross. Hands behind the head. Take an exhale breath. Lift the legs to tabletop. Let's curl up. Twist towards one knee, extend one leg, and change. Twisting from right to left. All right, this is where we're going to finish. You can keep it slow and steady, or speed it up. I want you to choose your pace, and then we're going to cool down with a nice deep stretch. Okay, give me 10 seconds. As much effort as you can here now, out of that core. Send that leg long and low for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Ooh, and then bring your feet down onto the mat. Well done. Let's take your arms into a cactus. And then I want you just to cross your right leg over your left. Send your legs over to that side. So in this case, it's to your left. Top leg, you're going in the direction of the top leg. So can you pull your shoulder blades flat onto your mat? Of course, that top hip is gonna roll open. And then you may like to close those eyes down for a second. Just taking those resetting breaths as we come into a nice deep stretch. This is what you all came for, I'm sure. We're gonna stay here for 5. Breathing into the back for 4, 2, 1. Use your exhale breath, come back to center. Swap sides, cross your left leg over, and then send your legs over in the direction of that top leg. Beautiful. So again, try and keep your shoulders down onto the mat. And just breathe into the back. Good, staying for 5, for 3, 2, and exhale, come back to center. All right, hugging your left knee in towards your chest, extend your right leg long. Make sure that right leg is super heavy onto the floor. And then from here, hold on to the back of that thigh or your calf and extend your leg up towards the sky. Flex your foot, pulling the toes back towards you, feeling that stretch through the hamstring and the calf. Pointing your toe and flexing. If you need to modify here, just slide that foot in, have your knee bent, and then I'll just release it off a little bit. Good, keep pulling that leg in. Exhale, curl your upper body up and switch legs. Lower the left leg all the way down onto the ground. Begin by flexing and pointing through the toe. Good. Give me 2 more here. Really pull those toes back and point. Pull it back and point. Fold at your knee. Bring it in. Tucking your nose towards your knee and feel that stretch through the back and just lengthen through that hip flexor. Good, and change. Hold. Lengthening the long leg away from you and change. Good, 1 more on each side. Nice, let's hug both knees in towards you. We're gonna roll ourselves all the way up and then come into some nice little mobility through the entire spine. Good, alrighty. So let's take those hands behind the back of your head here now, and I want you to lift your heart up towards the sky. So we're extending through the spine. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, fold your elbows in, and we're gonna roll our spine all the way down towards the floor. Have soft bend through the knees, and then from here, push your hips back, stretch your knees, fan the elbows out as we roll our spine up to stand tall. So we open the heart, elbows are wide, and then we're rounding through the spine as we fold ourselves down like a ragdoll at the bottom. Extend your legs. Press your hips back, pull your elbows back as we stand tall. And then we're just gonna find that nice little ripple. So just have fun with it. There's no wrong or right, just do what feels best for you. And rolling down, we'll do a couple. Good, let's go 3 more, as big as you can. Nice, we're gonna hold it at the bottom on the next one. So take 1 more roll down, hold it there, bring your hands onto the floor. From here, bend into your right knee. Take your left arm, sweep it up towards the sky. Good, and then swap to the other side. Bend your left leg, and then reach your arm up to the sky. Beautiful, feeling that stretch down the back of your hamstrings. Good, allow for your head just to dangle really heavy here. Good, let's take 1 more on each side. Up. Meet with both hands down onto your mat, walk yourself out into our plank, and then we're piking those hips up towards the sky. Press your heels heavy into your mat. And use your exhale breath here to really dig those heels in. On your next inhale, float your right leg up, up, up towards the sky. And then fold at that knee, opening up into our scorpion. We're getting a hip flexor stretch. Squaring the shoulders to your mat, but opening up through your hip. And then let's send our weight forward, stepping that same right foot in between our hands to land. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes, and place both hands onto your front knee. Moving into our runner's lunge, so we're gliding the hips forward. We're really tucking the hips under to feel the increased stretch. Take your left outside hand onto the mat, tuck your toe, and then reach up into a little spiral. Beautiful, coming back through to that runner's lunge, both hands onto your knee. Glide the hips forward. Left hand comes down, tucking the toes, extend the leg, and then reach into our lunge. Good. Coming down, we'll take 1 more here. See if you can really push those hips forward. And then on your inhale, see if you can twist open a little bit more, Or maybe you're taking a bind and bringing that hand around to the front of your thigh. Stay there for 8. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands come back onto your mat. Step back into your pike. Lift those hips up. Pedal your feet out, bending into one knee at a time. That feels so delicious. Woo, and then we're gonna take both heels down, press them heavy. From here, use your inhale, float the left leg up as high as you can, and then open out through that knee as we find a stretch now, opening the left side of your hips. Shift your weight forward, shoulders coming over your wrists, stepping that left foot through to softly land, lower the back knee. Tuck your back toes under, both hands come onto your knee, and we're gliding those hips forward. Tuck your back toe under, one hand to the floor. Left arm, same arm as your bent knee at the front, will lift up to the sky. And then coming down with control, still gliding the hips forward. So again, really tucking the hips under. Go again, tucking the toes under, lift up, take your gaze up towards your hand, and then melting down, glide the hips. And again, reaching out through the heels, so really fine length. Beautiful. I'm gonna take one more and then find that bind if you can. So go ahead, extend the leg, reaching the arm, and then can you hold it there and maybe take that arm behind you, wherever it is. Maybe it's just behind your back, or maybe it's coming through to the front of that thigh. Good, let's bring both hands down, press back, half split, send your hips up and high. So they're gonna come hovered, so not low, but we're gonna lengthen through that front leg. Melt yourself over that front leg. Breathing in to the back of your hamstring. Stay for another inhale. On your exhale, shift your weight forward to Cossack stretch. Tuck your big toes under and then pivot and rotate so we're sitting into a low little Cossack stretch. So this one's for your adductors. You're gonna sit low, turn your toes and your knee up towards the sky. Beautiful. From here, reach your inside arm up and then back and through. So a little thread the needle, reach the arm and through. My Apple Watch just asked if I'd like to start my day. Yes, I would like to start my day. This is the best way to kick off a day. Or if you're joining me at night, welcome. I hope you sleep very well after this. We're gonna Cossack stretch all the way over to the other side. So just pause there. Turn your toe and your knee up to the sky. And we're gonna take your outside arm up towards the sky and then threading it through. You can sync your breath. It will be an inhale to reach up. Exhale to thread through. Good, last one. And through. Both hands come down. We'll pivot and face the front of your mat here, ready for your split stretches on the second side. So I want you to just come back with those hips, but keep them high. Extending now, make sure your right leg is long. You can pull the toes back towards your face. And you're going to try and mount your nose towards your knee or thigh. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale, we'll just shift forward. We're gonna meet in our little seated position here now. And then we're gonna come into some beautiful neck stretches. So let's sit on one hand. Let's step on the right hand. So it's underneath your glutes. Let's take that top arm here up and over to the same ear as the hand that's under. You're gonna bring your ear towards your shoulder and feel that nice stretch through your neck. Getting everything loosened up because we have Gua Sha next. So this is just the beginning. We're going to really release all the tension through the face very shortly. Good. Slowly release that side. Stepping under the left hand, bring that top right arm over. Bring your ear towards your shoulder. You're feeling that stretch all the way from your ear to the tip of your shoulder. Good. And then release, bringing one arm across your body as we pull it in for a little shoulder stretch. Nearly there with the stretches, doing great. Hold it in nice and tight. And switch sides. Good. Last one here is our mermaid, of course. So let's bring that arm up and over, taking a side lean. Now we want to keep heavy through both hips here, and we're thinking about lifting up first and then over. From there, turn your chest down towards the mat and continue to reach away from you. So like you're getting pulled away from your mat, but you're grounding through your hips. Keep that length through the arm, then as you spiral the heart up towards the sky. And then windmill those arms up and over to the other side, reaching the arm up. Grounding through that right hip. And then lengthen the arm, pivot your chest down towards the floor. Keeping that length as we rotate up, up, up. And then come back on your exhale. We'll take 3 breaths together to finish our stretch. We'll take the arms up overhead. So just stay grounded onto your seated position here, and then take a deep, nourishing breath in through the nose. Bringing those hands to heart as you exhale. Again, 2 more of those. So big breath in, breath out. And make this one your biggest breath of the day, bringing in all of that positive energy. So bring it in. Open mouth, side out. Well done. That was your stretch. We're feeling nice and loose. And we're going to get into the Gua Sha tutorial. So I'm going to give you about a minute just to wash your hands, wipe your face down if you need to, and then we'll meet back here. I'm going to set up, grab your Gua Sha tool and your oil. If you don't have a Gua Sha tool, that's totally fine, as I'll teach you how to use just your hands. Awesome. All right. When I have prepared earlier. Beautiful. Let me just check as well how you're all going. Let me know in the comments now if you've got any questions, and I can answer them as we do this little Gua Sha tutorial. Good. So I haven't got any makeup on, but I am just gonna wipe my hands and wipe my lip gloss off. That's what I've got on. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, so nice that you could join me. I know the time difference was a little bit off for you, but you committed and I see you. Oh, yes, you're going to bed. I love that. Yes, get your rest and I'll be here for you tomorrow. Beautiful. All right. Anissa, if I pronounce that right, asked, what made you get into Pilates? That's a brilliant question, because for me, I actually started off in a health science degree in musculoskeletal therapy. I was studying, it was a 3-year course, and actually I found it was quite like manual labor. Obviously, there's a lot of like manipulation, massage therapy and techniques. I did feel like I was really gravitating towards that more rehab side of things. I was giving my patients in the clinic more of those take-home exercises and realized they were actually like Pilates fundamentals. So they were all about core strengthening, you know, mobilizing and stretching. So all of that preventative treatment was where my passion was. And so I just took my path from that manual massage into more of a practical and fitness path. So that's, yeah, I've been teaching Pilates for 9 years now, and I can say that everything happens for a reason, and definitely for me, that was the path that was chosen for me because I'm absolutely loving it. So Pilates, and then, yeah, I'm really incorporating some weights into my Pilates lately, which is a nice one for that strength element. So yeah, great question. Thank you. All right, I think we should get on with the Gua Sha. So hopefully you've got everything sorted. Your face is clean and you have your oil, because the oil is very important. All right. Actually, I need to take this off, I reckon. So if there's any other questions, answer away and I'll just look at them as we go. So first, I'd like for you to just pop on maybe like 1 or 2 pumps of oil, whatever you need. You make sure that it's going to glide over your skin, like the Gua Sha tool glides smoothly. So just apply the oil over your skin. All right, so this tutorial, and Gua Sha can go in 2 different paths. You can do like a lymphatic drainage to help depuff and help remove toxins and waste into your lymphatic system, which then gets pumped into your circulatory system. And the other type is you're just sculpting your face. So it's a little bit more vigorous and you're trying to achieve that snatched, I guess, look that's quite trending. I prefer to do more of the lymphatic drainage because again, it's promoting health and healthy tissues. So it brings the blood to the surface and it helps remove all the waste. So to begin, before we even start picking up that Gua Sha tool, we need to actually pump through the terminus, which lies in the clavicle area here. So you're just gonna grab your hand, you're gonna cup your hand, grab your hand, and you're gonna pop it over your clavicle like so. I'm gonna start on the left clavicle. And you're going to come in with little circles. I'll make sure that this mic isn't going to interrupt everything. I'll bring you down. And we're going to take little circles. We're aiming for 8 to 10 circles. And we're just applying a little bit of downwards circular motion here. We're kind of pumping. The idea is we're pumping through that lymph node here to stimulate it so that it's ready to go as we drain everything. Everything will come down into the face, into this terminus here. So we need to clear this terminus, and then we'll clear our nodes and our vessels, and then we do the work. So last circle here, and then we take it to the other side. So cup your hand over that clavicle, and just a little press in and out. The most important thing when you're doing a lymphatic drainage massage is that you don't apply much pressure at all. Because in fact, the system lies just underneath the skin, and if you were to press too hard, you're actually going to crush all of those nodes and vessels, and it's going to go against you. So make that one your last one, and then you're going to you're going to split your hand here, and then bring it just behind your ear. So you're going to split those fingers across your ear like so. You've got lymph nodes just here at the neck, underneath the base of the ear. And again, you're aiming for those 10 circles, applying a little bit of pressure here. So now we're just stimulating the nodes here. So as you can kind of tell, now we're working in reverse. So instead of just gua shaing and draining it into like towards the heart to eliminate, we need to open everything up first. So we open the nodes, then we open the vessels, and then we drain everything into those open, cleared nodes. All right, take it to the other side. Thank you, Ruth, you're very kind. Ruth is one of my members as well. My longest member on this channel. So it's always a pleasure to see your face. Make this one your last one. Good, and then from here, you're just gonna cup your hand again, just a light little pressure. We've got some nodes just underneath that jaw, and it's just a small little circle. This one's really good to do if you feel like you're getting a little bit sick. If you've got like a cold, you're on the edge of a cold, you'll know that you've got those glands under there that might swell up when you get sick. So just giving them a little bit of a stimulation here is going to help clear the fluid through and then come into the heart bloodstream. Good, other side. I wanted to let you know as well that I will actually film a more real-time follow-along tutorial between all the chit-chat, so it's all just shrunken in and you can just use it as your go-to every morning or evening. So now that we've opened up the terminus, we've cleared all those nodes, we're going to grab our Gua Sha tool and use the long edge if you have it. I know there's different shapes, just use the flattest, longest edge that you might have. And we're going to begin by coming from underneath that ear and draining it into the terminus here. So I'd like for you just to take light little strokes, and you're just going to take little sweeps down and down. Beautiful. And then you're going to come back up and just choose a slightly different area, so maybe forward more or back more. Beautiful. We'll just do this for about 5 times on each side. So what you'll find is that it is a beautiful little practice that you can do for yourself. A little moment of self-care, moment for yourself, unwind. So often I'll put on like a candle, and I'll even go as far as maybe popping on some relaxation music. I'm really into lo-fi music where it's got no lyrics and it's chill, or jazz. So set your little scene, you do this properly. All right, let's finish off that one and then just take it to the other side. So again, we're not pressing hard, we're just drawing effectively the fluid down. Good. If you have any other questions, fire away. Good. And then making sure that you're just taking it in a slightly different angle. Well, not angle, but like a different, so going back and forward along that neckline there. Good. Let's do one more here. Okay. Now we get to release the tension and get onto clearing the face. So we always start with the jaw, and you're going to use, if you have that little contoured part of your Gua Sha, to come along that jawline. So you'll bring it in, and you can either do, some people do long big sweeps, or I like to work into it with short little strokes. But essentially, you're taking it to that node up and behind the ear, because after this, we'll drain it back down. Also, taking these little short strokes is nice because you can feel where the tension is, where it gets a little crunchy, and maybe you just spend a little bit more time just to massage that out. Oh, absolutely. I have some supplies ready to go actually for a meetup in Melbourne is the question. And that is definitely on the radar. I want to meet you all face to face, my community in Melbourne. So yes. And in saying that, thank you for prompting me. Let's just take it to the second side and then we'll continue talking. So just take it to the second side of your jaw, the other half. I was just going to say, I've got a website, so make sure you head over there and you can subscribe to my mailing list, and that'll keep you up to date with any events or any discounts that we're giving away, any merch that might be dropping soon. So there's lots of grand plans, and that's the best way to stay in the loop. So posturetonic.com and just add yourself to the mailing list. And with that, that's where I send all of my weekly schedules and my monthly challenges as well. So you can always have access to that in your mailbox, or you can just click through and head to the workout really easy. All right. So then once we've cleared that jaw, we're getting into our cheek area here. Use the flatter side. And I like to pull, because you're actually going to be pulling and dragging along the skin. We just want to be mindful of that, I guess, skin laxity. So just give yourself a little bit of tension. I'm going to stop talking because I'm going to pull the face tight. And we're just taking those little strokes up towards the ear, to the side of the face. Good. So again, just make sure that you've got enough oil on as well, so you're not like pulling and tugging on your skin. So let's do 2 more. Beautiful. All right, done that side. We're going to just pull it all the way back down to that node here. So I'd like for you to sweep up, kind of pivot at that Gua Sha tool, and then down. Hopefully you can see this okay on the camera. Are we zoomed in? Beautiful. I'm coming up and then turn it down. Down. Do 1 more. Nice, and then let's take it to the other half. So our cheek again, pulling a little bit of tension on as we sweep it up towards the ear. A bit slippery, doesn't it? This one here is really nice just for those folds here, so you can kind of just really work into it if you want to take some shorter little strokes, and that just helps to like depuff that. Now I must say, the results for any gua sha-ing in general, whether it's lymphatic, whether you're doing more of that sculpt, and I know there's lots of claims that you get that sculpted snatch face, and the truth is that it is going to last for a few hours. So after you finish, yes, your face is going to look like all depuffed and chiseled, I guess. That'll last for a few hours because it's your lymphatic system, the fluids are moving, and it's just a nice one to detox, to give yourself that little self-care moment. But it's something that you can implement a couple of times a week. All right, and then just take that fluid down the neck, sweeping it up and around. Nice. All right, using the flat part of your Gua Sha now, we're going very light underneath the eye. So it's very delicate under the eye, so we're just going to go super light under, little sweeping motions. Like so. You can do along the bridge of your nose. So all of the vessels start at the middle and they branch out towards those nodes. So everything's always working from the inside, the outside of your face. Beautiful. Let's go to the second side. Go for another 3. And last one, taking it to the forehead. I like to start between the brows and work in an upward stroke. And again, you're going to work up and out. So let's take like the flat edge, the broad edge, and you're just going to take those little sweeps up. Essentially, you're going to try and lift the brow a little. I have a hand cramp. I think it's because there's oil on this and it's like really slippery, so I'm going to swap hands. We're going up and out. 4. And so I'll do the middle, working through those frown lines, and then you're going to sweep it out over that brow, working your way towards the ear. It's really simple once you know the anatomy of the lymphatic system. I'll put in my community post a little diagram, a little anatomy of the lymphatic system that you can refer back to it. And as I said, I'll do a more real-time tutorial as well for you. We just need to clear this side of our forehead and then drain, and then we are done. Good. I might use this opportunity as well to let you know that I've got a new monthly challenge coming. That's on Monday. It is a 5-day Pilates bar challenge. So you'll need your Pilates bar, and we're going to work through 5 days of a full body workout. They're 15 minutes each day. So again, that'll be posted on the community tab. You can head to my website, make sure that you're in the mailing list, and you'll be sent that free challenge. It's free for you. Beautiful. All right, so we've done all the clearing of the face. And as I said, if you wanted to spend some more time kind of really getting into those tension points, the TMJ is a good one, the temporalis muscle here is a good one. And then focusing on maybe like your problem areas, whether that be those lines or frowns. It's a really nice one just to massage it out and get those lines to be a little bit less visible. So once we've done all of that, I'm going to finish by just stroking. Just use your hand and stroke from your ear down towards your clavicle. We'll do 10 strokes on each side. If you don't have the Gua Sha tool, I should have said as we went along, but you're just going to use like your knuckles to glide along. You're going to use your fingers to glide along. Whatever feels nice, just be really light along underneath your eye. So let's finish off those sweeps on this side. And then the other side. Good. 3 more. The lucky last step, and a very important step, is that we finish with those pumps, okay? So you're gonna take those pumps 10 times, cup your hand, and just take that little circular motion. Circle, pumping, and this stimulates that last bit to drain away. Good. Yes, the bar challenge. Ruth went out and bought a bar. I've got your back. We're coming in hot with a really strong challenge, so prepare. I'll show you what the bar looks like in a second for those that don't know. And we're just going to finish on that other side. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that is your Gua Sha face massage tutorial. As I said, I'm going to film this so it's a little bit more synced to the strokes and less chat between it, and you can just focus on being in your body and your moment. So let me just quickly show you this bar, which I've just got to the side. This is the apparatus that I'm talking about. So we're going to be doing a challenge using the bar. It has the resistance, it mimics a reformer, so you get toning through the muscles. Okay, well, thank you all. I hope that you enjoyed. If you're doing this as a replay, comment below what your favorite exercise was in the core. What was your favorite stretch? And did you learn anything new in the Gua Sha? So if you learned something new, let me know down below. I actually read every single comment and I always reply to every single comment. So do keep them coming. Make sure to support my channel by clicking this like button down below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're new to my channel. And shout out to all of my members as well. So you can join my membership for as little as $5 a month. And this just gives you your face and I can recognize you, you can comment away. I'll be giving you priority reply to your comments. It also just helps to fund my channel. So I actually put every cent back into my channel, whether that be lights, tools, what else? Time. Time is money. I put a lot of time in it because as I said before, Pilates is my passion and I just want to help every single one of you. If there's anything else I missed, I'm going to pop it down in the little description below. I will head to my community tab after this, add a little diagram of the lymphatic system in the face so that you can just get a picture of it. It's a nice one. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to support my channel any further, there is a super thanks button down below, and any amount is worthy and appreciated, but no pressure. Just comment down below, make sure to like, that also really helps. All right, well, my name is Jacinta from Posture Tonic, and I will see you on Monday the 20th for our Pilates bar challenge. So get ready for that. We're gonna have a good time.